In the Horn of Africa, a simmering pot of tension is threatening to boil over. Three countries, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Somalia, are entangled in a complex web of diplomacy and conflict, with each move on the chessboard sending ripples of uncertainty across the region. Our story begins on the first day of this year, when Ethiopia unveiled a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland, a breakaway region of Somalia. This agreement proposed the recognition of Somaliland's independence in exchange for coveted access to the port of Berbera, located strategically on the Gulf of Aden. Ethiopia's bid for this port access includes a 50-year lease of approximately 12 miles of coastal land, intended for both military and commercial use. However, this move was met with firm resistance from Somalia. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud rejected the deal outright, branding it a breach of international law. Somalia's commitment to protecting its sovereignty was clear, and President Sheikh Mohamud sought international support, turning to Egypt for solidarity. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, in a press conference with President Sheikh Mohamud, expressed staunch solidarity with Somalia. President el-Sisi went further, criticizing Ethiopia's agreement with Somaliland and promising to protect Somalia's security against any potential threats. President el-Sisi's warning to Ethiopia was clear: focus on cooperation for development rather than attempting to seize land. However, Ethiopia defended its agreement, emphasizing its commercial nature and denying any attempts at annexation or undermining sovereignty. The tensions between Egypt and Ethiopia do not exist in a vacuum. These two nations have been locked in a long-standing dispute over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, built on the Blue Nile. Recent negotiations have failed to reach a consensus on the dam's filling and operation, only deepening the existing diplomatic rifts. As the diplomatic dance continues, it leaves lingering questions about water release during droughts and methods for resolving future disputes. The situation in the Horn of Africa is delicate, with the potential for significant regional impact. It's a convoluted tangle of sovereignty, resource control, and international diplomacy, with each player keenly aware of the stakes. In summary, Ethiopia's agreement with Somaliland has stirred up a hornet's nest of diplomatic tension in the Horn of Africa. Somalia, backed by Egypt, rejects the deal, viewing it as a threat to its sovereignty. Meanwhile, Ethiopia maintains that the agreement is purely commercial and not a bid for territorial expansion. Amid these disputes, the ongoing conflict over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam continues to fuel tension between Egypt and Ethiopia. This saga underscores the intricacies of diplomacy and the delicate balance of power in the region.